Hi, Ed from Japundit, and you're watching me telling you that you're watching TDC Moncton.
Hey folks, it's Nick and Mitch.
Hiyo.
We decided to do this review in the car. It's a little bit warmer in the car than it is outside at this point in time.
And there's no threat of rain in the car.
Yeah. The film that we just came to see was called Colombiana.
And it was a better pick than Apollo 18, which we saw earlier today.
Yeah. Now, Zoe Saldana plays the lead actress in this. The film was shot in Chicago. It was shot in New Orleans.
And Mexico City.
They used some parkour artists towards the beginning of the film. The movie itself has a fast pace. You really don't feel bored with it. The storyline is somewhat in need of more material.
It's in need of fleshing out, yes.
Yeah, there's
and some of the fight scenes just...
There was no real big plot lines because they really didn't leave anything to actually ask us how did she or why. We just went with the story.
There were plot holes.
Well, yeah, but I mean, with that, you just went through with it. It was a wave pushing you along.
You're a
with
thief.
the
I would kill you. You piss me off. I would kill you. You look at me constantly. I would kill you.
Now, Zoe Saldana in this film survives her family being slaughtered by a drug lord. We won't give you too much of that story because you'll need to discover for yourself, but let's suffice it to say...
Although apparently being raised by her biological father at the age of 7, she was a skilled parkour artist.
Yeah. But suffice it to say that she decides later on, about 15 years after she's running away, she was, 7 at the time, she becomes an accomplished assassin. And she's sent on jobs for her uncle, who was living in Chicago. So that's where you suddenly get enmeshed with it. But the fun thing about the movie is that the people that deserve to be killed get killed for the right reasons. Especially the guy who decided to run away with other people's money in a Ponzi scheme. I think that should be the case for anybody doing Ponzi. But anyways, coming back to the movie itself, the action sequences were decent. The only one that we have a very big beef with in the movie is a specific fight scene between her and her nemesis in the bathroom, and she's fighting... I'm sorry for the use of the word, but she's fighting like a girl, and so's he.
Okay, spoiler alert, she's fighting him with a fucking towel. Fuck off!
But it's not martial arts. That's the thing. You would have expected someone to actually grow up and learn the tools of the trade for wet works to actually know how to be efficient in hand-to-hand combat.
Honestly, in that whole scene, there could have happened to be a morning star hanging from a hook on the wall. She could have grabbed that and killed him with it. I would have had less issue.
Yeah. But anyways, she does something marvelous, although somewhat implausible. And she ends up having fun. And just a word to the wise, the dogs are a woman's best friend in this particular film. Actually, I'm sorry to say this, I saw the end of the movie coming, the last 5 minutes of it, and I turned to Mitch and I say, that's what's going to happen. Yeah, and he says, that's what I kind of figured.
It's like, yeah, there's no surprise whatsoever.
Anyways, between both, if you have a choice between Apollo 18 and Colombiana, go see Colombiana. But realistically, if you don't want to go in the movie theaters at all,
this one's worth renting.
It's really worth renting. But that's as far as we'll throw it. And even then, Steve Malloy's probably going to give us a counterpoint on the review for the rental.
Yeah, in about 6 months when it's out on DVD.
Yeah. So anyways, 1 thumb up from me and Mitch in regards to it. It could have been 2 thumbs up if everything was better stitched together and the action sequences were well thought out for the fight scenes hand-to-hand. Otherwise, can't really complain. Zoe is a hot woman, and she's got that cinematographic quality about her that portrays well on the movie screen.
And you see her in many, many angles in this, wearing very little clothing.
Yes.
I appreciate
so for all you men who are Zoe hounds...
And a few women, I'm sure.
A few women too?
I'm sure there's a few out there that yeah.
Okay. So with that said, before we actually start digging a grave for a review, this is Nick and Mitch. Have a nice one.